deadly new variant is just failing to live up to the hype. Citing experts, the Telegraph reports that the Omnicron wave in South Africa may already be running out of steam. Cases in the province of Gauteng, which had surging infections from November, appear to be levelling off, while 7-day infections in Tushwayne, one of the early epicenters, are now relatively flat. Peter Strecker with the University of Johannesburg says the death lag has already caught up with infection rates. And here's a graph of South Africa's total daily corona deaths. Yeah, hardly panic level, is it? According to Strecker, quote, Omicron is extremely mild, the rest of the world has nothing to fear. But you wouldn't know that from the reaction of Boris Johnson's government. Johnson morbidly hyped the death of one person from Omicron, seemingly the first in the world. He did so specifically to dismiss the assurances of other experts who tell us that Omicron is extremely mild. One thing Johnson's government refused to do, though, is to release any information on the victim, prompting Professor Carol Sikora to ask some very incisive questions. Have they had the booster? Are they elderly? Did they die with or from Omicron? We don't know because the government won't tell us. There are all sorts of nuances to this thing and we're not being given proper information, said Sikora. No details have been released. I suspect it's just some old boy that's tested positive. He may have died in his sleep or with a heart attack, who knows? I suspect that it's a death which is unfortunate but is due to something else. And it just happens to be COVID positive. That's why they're not making a big noise about them being vaccinated or not. Meanwhile, the South African doctor who first discovered Omicron says she's astonished at the UK's alarmist reaction.
We are experiencing it as a much milder form.
You only have to look at the picture in South Africa where the world's first known cases of Omicron were spotted to realise this reaction is out of all proportion to the risks posed by this variant, wrote Dr. Angelique Courtesy. She concludes that the, quote, huge reaction to Omicron in the UK is, quote, scaring people unnecessarily, and that the government should actually allow the less deadly variant to spread. A hard lockdown would slow the process of Omicron making its way through the population and allowing people to develop the vital antibodies which will move your population towards herd immunity, wrote the doctor. But don't expect Boris Johnson's government to amplify any of this positivity. When you're trying to build a case for a new lockdown to distract from your own political scandals, good news about Omicron isn't going to be very welcome, is it?